two.
Take two?
Do you want me to do it?
No, I just gotta get some volume.
You know what they call us? You know what they call Blake
You
and
have
I?
to get Valium
They
to
call
shoot up?
They call us the one take boys.
Right, you guys ready?
This two take shit is fucking amateur
You ready?
hour, man.
You ready?
All right.
And go.
He needs Valium. Drugs.
Welcome to Couch Pilots.
And it's time to step up to the mic and give it all you got right here on Karaoke Big E.
Television Pilots of the Past.
I am your host,
My name
Big
is
E.
Jason, and I always pack the car. And with me is my Harvard yard. It's Captain Philip Restisher.
And with me always, my partner in crime, DJ Kevmo Slides.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? We're recording Karaoke Big E.
No. I heard your little song. It's really cute, by the way. No, we're doing Couch Pilots right now. What do you...
No, it's... I thought we were doing Karaoke Big E. I thought we were doing an all Boston themed karaoke night.
We're doing a Boston themed pilot is what we're doing. We're not doing a Boston theme. This is Couch Pilots. This is you're sitting. You get time in Air Force One every other week in our off week.
Oh,
right.
That's true.
So what is
It is. It is. Oh, I was off on my days.
okay? I'm not trying to be an asshole.
No,
or
this is a
anything.
Couch Pilots Monday.
Okay, that's
true.
That's what I always like about you.
Well, I was just weird. Well, we had Kevin sitting across from me.
Sure.
And Blake's sitting across from you. So
Blake's always across from me. He's my best friend. In the
well,
whole
he's
world.
also sitting where he sits where he's on my show too. So it just felt like we were doing.
That's what I like about you. You're so agreeable, and also your glasses.
Thank you.
I like those too.
Thank you.
Okay,
I like that sweater.
you don't patronize me, Captain. My Harvard yard, Captain Philip Restisher. Good evening.
what
How
was
are
it?
you?
What was I?
My name is Jason. I always pack the car, and with me, as always, is my Harvard yad. It's Captain Philip Restisher. The fuck is that?
Fakakta Comedy Funhouse.
Hey, that's my voice. What is going on?
It's good.
What's up, what the fuckers, what the fucker nots, what the fuck degenerates?
What's going on, guys?
What a clusterfuck.
I'd say so. It's the F word.
Hi, Kevin.
That's Blake.
I'm Blake.
You're Blake.
That's Kevin.
You're Kevin.
You're looking at Blake when you said.
And you're Scott.
I'm Scott.
This is a Couch Pilot show, so
Yes.
why don't you guys just hang out for a second, relax. This is where I banter with Captain Philip Restisher. Captain, are you have
Got it. Okay.
It's the most listened to part of the show. So
Got it.
Can you see that? Can you see when people drop off?
I kind of can on the Podcoin app. It kind of.
yeah,
I can
don't
see
look
it.
at
I could see when people
In my
stop.
mind.
In my mind. One listener today for 25 minutes. Oh,
I'm talking about.
Oh, speaking of which, we're in the middle of May, right?
Oh, I love May.
Yeah.
April showers bring May flowers.
Right.
There's a lot of April showers, but one of the good things that came out of April,
You know what May flowers bring? Pilgrims.
I was going to say bees.
Pilgrims.
Bees knees. One of the for the month of April was one of our highest downloaded months of the past 12 months.
What do you attribute that to?
I think maybe 3 people subscribed and downloaded all of them.
There you go.
Hey, you know what? That's better than 2 people or whatever the karaoke Big E's bringing in.
Can't do it.
Yeah, you wish.
Can't do it.
Did you say you had a butthole problem? Your
Okay, so
your GI track is just
it's
fist fucked,
Yeah,
right?
it's fist fucked.
Does it have the kung fu grip?
We'll find out.
All right.
We were doing better. Our symptoms were down.
Clear gel.
Yeah,
was mustardy.
our Simpsons were down.
Simpsons.
Don't. And but today I had a issue, and I can't tell. Here's what I thought it was. It was either I had a kidney stone when I woke up. I thought it was a kidney stone.
Good lord.
I had those before.
Ooh.
Don't like them.
Can't do it.
Then I realized that's not what it was because I was having no problems peeing. And then
Were you scared? Like when you went to take your morning piss, you had something in you like, this feels familiar. This feels like I could have a kidney stone. You're about to ready to take your morning piss. You're like, I'm scared it's going to burn like hell. I'm going to be pissing blood.
kind of.
Okay.
But well, let me step back a little bit.
Okay.
Friday I did manual labor for about 10 minutes, and I hurt my back. So I thought it was just my back.
Was it a girl or a boy?
Huh?
Your back.
Manual labor.
Oh.
What about your pussy and your crack?
And your neck.
Oh yeah, don't forget the neck. Protect it always. Was it when we lifted that thing?
Yeah.
You hurt yourself doing that?
Yeah.
What'd you lift?
Man. An elevated garden.
Full of
that thing.
full of dirt.
Oh,
Full of dirt.
Ooh.
So I hurt my back. So Saturday it kind of hurt, but when I woke up today, it was that pain like a kidney stone, and then my stomach started to burn.
Jesus, man.
And then I started having diarrhea. Cha cha cha.
Cha cha.
And whenever I have diarrhea, like the normal person that has diarrhea, it's
Yeah.
like that's a bad deal.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
But when I
Call
have
it the male period.
diarrhea, it's should not be alive right now. So I've had to.
You're probably dehydrated. That's why you look kind of down.
I almost called Kevin and said, "Hey, you need to watch both of these pilots because I'm not going to do either show."
Co-host me?
Yeah.
We don't need him to do that. We got a few weeks backloaded here.
No, we don't.
We're not like Karaoke Big E where we do it on Monday and release it literally hours later.
Right.
On Tuesday.
We're prepared.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true.
The scheduling is just.
No,
let me do it in an hour. Yeah.
How do you take care of your butthole? You know my procedure
Yeah, I
with
know
the
your
wet
procedure.
ripes.
I can't afford that.
The wet ripes. Are they ripe now?
The wet ripes. Yeah.
The fried rice.
Like peaches?
I-
I think
I'm-
peaches.
I'm
My
less,
ripes.
I'm less aggressive now. I'm softer. I'm more patient.
Yeah.
When I sit down, I try to be more patient.
You don't try to fire it out at
That's
a,
like
right.
fever pitch
That's
pace.
is that like that song "Patience" from Guns N' Roses?
Oh yeah, that's a good
It's
question.
kind of
Is it
like that.
that?
It's kind of like that. Well, you know how when you're washing your hands, you're supposed to sing Yankee Doodle Dandy
I always do.
Or happy birthday.
or Happy Birthday.
Same
Well, that's
song.
what I do now to get on the toilet. I sing Patience by Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, smart.
Shed a tear because I'm ripping
Well, you said it felt like you had. You said
Kidney
it felt like a stone, and so I thought you were going to start
Audio
do the
Slave?
Audio Slave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I have never heard of Audio Slave.
In your house.
Jason, this is what we're doing the whole time. We're just gonna. Sing.
I haven't really even officially. I mean, welcome Kevin and Scott. Right?
Oh, thank you.
You're going to let us do the thing?
You're gonna be on the show and
Wait, what's the pilot? What's
hey,
the pilot today?
Oh, hold on. Have you guys seen a show called Beans of Boston?
Wait. BEANES?
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S.
S.
Is that about the store? Yeah.
You saw that?
Have you seen that?
The American version of Yes.
Have you been served?
Oh, have you?
Are
been
you being
served?
served?
Are you being served? Yes, I've seen that.
You have seen that?
Seen it.
Then yes, you can be here.
Okay.
I'm going to play the theme song again. Since you guys do a karaoke podcast, can you put lyrics to the otherwise lyricless intro that we have?
You got it, of course.
Got it.
Biggie, you take the first verse.
All right.
Or I can. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take the first
I'll follow you.
I am touching penis, and it is not a thing that I like to do normally, but this is what the show calls for. Yes, it does.
This is Couch Pilots, and they fly through the sky, oh, up so high, touching birds and killing swans. Couch Pilots.
The part in the beginning, and you can help me with this, please, Captain. The part in the beginning that Kevin did was awful.
It was
It was bad. The content, the
Yeah,
singing
the
was
singing
good.
was
the
top-notch.
content was bad.
Thank you very much. I don't listen to lyrics. So.
We don't ever do anything with penises
No,
here.
never penis.
This is like one of the cleanest shows.
You both have
on
penis, correct?
But we're not touching it during the show, Kevin.
You don't just touch You don't touch your own. I'm not talking about other penises.
Oh, our own?
Your own.
But you're singing about us sucking our own penises.
All right, let's do it again.
Touch. Like to touch my own cock, and I touch it when we talk about the television shows today. Welcome, it's a Monday morning.
Now it's Monday afternoon, and we watched something else that was bad. Couch Pilots.
Guys, check out Karaoke Big E. They sing songs that already have lyrics, thankfully.
Tomorrow.
That was way better.
Yes,
Tomorrow, listen to one that hasn't been recorded yet.
yes. Check that out tomorrow. One that has not been recorded yet.
No idea what's going to happen.
Last week you would have heard the sweet songs of Josh Stemple. Maybe.
No.
No, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks
I don't-
ago.
what's
Did you already record it?
That was 2 weeks ago, yes.
You got him?
Yeah, we got steps.
Oh, my
No,
God.
I didn't call it.
we didn't call him. We contacted him, and I took. It was a very involved process to record one of his songs from Stempel, a couple of his songs from Stempel.
So pre-recorded stuff you put on the show.
Correct.
That's good.
I reached out to him on Twitter. He got back to me, and I said, I told him it was going to come out that Tuesday, and we ended up pushing it back because we had to do our raunch.
But you guys talked to him live on the show?
But I didn't know.
No.
I ended up talking to him.
I talked to him live. I had him sing live on my show. It's not even a fucking karaoke show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what I know? This is a better program. Okay.
What I know is that
we're here to bring you down this week.
Yeah.
I steal everything from you anyway, so I just thought I wouldn't steal that from
The second time you guys did the lyrics to the Couch Pilots intro, it was way better. Kevin mentioned it was the Monday morning, and then Scott mentioned it was Monday afternoon.
Well, some people don't get up at 4 o'clock when it releases.
It's totally true. Yeah.
5 in the afternoon.
So that was way better. I think that'll probably stick going forward.
That's a good Pilsner we're drinking.
It's a lagered beer.
We usually ask the guests questions. Do you have any questions? I mean, you sit on most of Karaoke Biggie, Captain
sit
Philip
on.
Rester. Do you have any questions for
No,
them?
that's Cody Blake. That's
Engineer
a totally
Cody
different person.
It's the same guy. I know it is.
No, he's in hedonism. The other one's in hedonism.
Forget the question then. I'm sorry to try to include you, Captain.
It's fine.
We got a bit going.
Oh,
I've been gone for 2 months.
it has been a while.
Been a while.
I got herpes. Had to come home.
Oh.
Herpes come home?
Herpes come home. Simplex.
Is it herpes come home mouth or
Herpes come back.
Which one you got? Mouth or genitalia?
Oh, I got the genitalia for sure.
Is it genitalia or genitalia?
It's
Well, if you're Italian, it's genitalia.
I'm part Italian.
And it's every complex.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nothing simple about herpes, my friends.
complex news.
was having some good times down there. Obviously, as you can tell by the sound quality for like the past month and a half,
Right.
Carrick BE, they needed me to come back. And
Very loud.
Very loud. Ultimately,
It suited me just fine. The rest of the world, sorry. I'm the one who listens to the show every single week. I need to hear it.
so I had to come back. I listened to one of the last episodes and I got right on the plane.
It's been rough since you've been gone.
It's been rough since I've been gone.
Did you hear that?
Since you've been gone, I would like to request a karaoke.
Ooh, yeah.
Got it.
Karaoke Biggie themed show, which I would like to be the guest on.
Yes.
I want to do all 4 seasons. Freaky
Valley?
Valley 4 season songs.
Okay.
I watched that. I went to the play. I went to the Broadway play.
You saw it?
Mamma Mia.
No,
what
Jersey
is it?
Boys.
Jersey Boys.
Jersey
yeah.
Boys.
And
That was a great one. It was one of my
the other
favorites.
day I watched the movie because I was home alone. I was home alone and I watched that movie. I saw everything on Netflix that day.
Everything
on
that
Netflix.
was like new.
What
right
about
there.
everything on X Hamster? Did you see everything on there too?
I watched quite a bit of stuff
I was
on
going
that.
to say, how many
as
times?
well.
We're talking about your beehole. How raw was that dinger?
My favorite part of her, my favorite part of her, of her being gone for a whole weekend is I could look at X Hamster all over
On
the
the
house.
and on the TV.
didn't matter where
No,
it
I
was.
can't do it on the TV, but I could look.
No wonder
No,
my
no-
ass
no
is
matter.
wet. He didn't because he doesn't clean up.
Doesn't clean up.
That's why my butt's wet.
I'm shooting dust nowadays. It's fine.
Space dust.
Coast to coast.
Space dust coast to coast. How much? Are you guys going to keep doing Karaoke Biggie for a while or what?
Now, probably done after 100.
Nah.
What do you say?
I mean, he might be done after 100.
You're going to keep going?
Maybe.
I'm
Depends
gonna.
on this, if this fucking baby ever sleeps.
Oh, I thought you were going to say die. Okay.
Dies. No,
I was like, if the
God,
baby
that was
dies,
it.
it's going to open up a lot of time for you. I guess sleeping does almost. Sleeping is like being dead,
Yeah.
right?
Oh God, I can't wait till eternal death
I,
and rest.
I can't picture my life without me waking up every day. So
Can't picture my life without having it.
right,
is what
exactly.
you just said.
Basically,
Captain, how
he's waiting. He's waiting for sweet release, and I'm just.
But
like,
that's the kind of my question is, Captain, how are you? Are you going to be really disappointed if you're on your deathbed and then you take that last breath and then instantly you're reincarnated to something else? You're gonna be like, oh, fucking shit.
I was like, what? Not even a vacation?
Imagine if he came back as carne asada.
No.
I'd eat them up.
If there was any kind of food, it would definitely be the.
You wouldn't become a food because a food is an inanimate
I was
object.
I was gonna say, but Scott did bring up food.
No,
you would definitely come back as the chili queso dip from Buffalo Wild.
So you'd be
Because
piping
you
fucking
are-
hot.
Oh, you got no. I burned somebody's mouth.
What if he comes back in a universe where food alive? Can food be alive?
Oh, so he's just like, he comes back to the.
So basically, I'm going to come back to life. And
He comes back to the Sausage Party movie. That's just what it is.
I was going to say VeggieTales.
He
but
wants to be food alive.
Oh, I'm food alive.
I hate my life as a carrot.
It's a carrot.
Rob Schneider is the carrot.
You know, here's my luck: is I would come back as a carrot, and I'd be like, I have a chance of getting in a girl's pussy, and then
That's exactly right.
And some gay dude would shove it up his asshole.
And then you'd be like, "Oh, this is what a normal one looks like."
Well, what if you come back as a gay carrot?
But
You keep saying "come back," guys.
Yeah, he could be a comeback
Don't
guy
call
as a
it
gay carrot.
Hey, don't call it a comeback. He's been a carrot for years.
Coming on backs. Is that how you guys do it?
I mean, if you don't want to get her pregnant.
When she's asleep.
What's the point of the show? Didn't we
Come on backs.
Didn't we watch a pilot?
How dare you?
He's trying to be a host. He's trying to be a host when on our show he has no problem not being a host.
He's in a hurry. He's got a time crunch. He's in a hurry.
We're calling your wife in a minute, so get her.
No.
I just want to say hi to her.
She doesn't feel good.
I don't care.
She's sick.
She likes me. Get the phone number ready. We're gonna call your dumb wife. Do we have any fan
No.
feedback?
Yeah, we got some fan feedback.
Fan feedback.
And we're going to do this here. Let's
You
see.
need to have the thing or no?
Oh yeah, we got some stuff. You want to mute this shit, and I'll pass it over to you, little brother.
Yeah, let's mute this shit.
That's what that noise was?
Jesus Christ.
No, there was no noise. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's perfect engineering.
It's a hissing motherfucker right there.
Come back. I get it.
Yeah, like
Come on my back.
somebody was like, what's the biggest comeback story in Hollywood? And I was like, well, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
She had the
We all remember that outtake from Parks and Rec, right?
just me and you. And that's why I knew you would know it, but I was hoping you wouldn't say anything.
Are we just going to...
So why don't you fuck right off?
Are we
Reddit,
just going to
man.
slide by the fact that Kevin is wearing a brand new, never been worn Usher shirt?
Ursha, baby.
It's brand new.
Look how black it is.
I take care of my good T-shirts.
What does that
This
mean?
is one of them.
You wash them inside out and like hand wash them, or
Well,
what?
no, I just don't wear them
Upside
to
down
death,
and inside
because
out.
if I do wear them to death, it'd be just
Well, yeah,
dust at this
right.
point.
Are you a big
Speaking of
Ursher
dust.
fan?
Usher, baby.
Excuse me. Yes, I am. I'm a
Caught
fan
up.
of him.
What's the hat?
His music. Oh, it's from King.
Where did you get that? What does it mean?
Farm King.
It's a store
Yes, it is.
in like these parts.
There's one.
You've never heard of it?
There's one in the Canton area.
Well, there's one in Galesburg.
There was a Tremont town-wide sale, and someone had a box of hats, but they look kind of shitty. Do I need to let you know every time I find box of hat?
I think you should, because I just recently
Went through that
like
one?
the other day. Went
Yeah.
through that one. There is some
Is-
fire.
Is there really?
Yeah.
What do you clean them?
I need to put them in the wash. Those
Okay.
ones are kind of dusty. I need to
Were
put 'em
they
in the wash.
badass?
There are some. I'm gonna debut them.
He's
at
like,
summer.
how big is your
Yeah.
melon? I said, about an 8. He goes, nah, this is not going to fit you.
Yeah, I gotta-
That estate sale was very close to your house, so you
Yeah,
popped in real
totally.
quick. Tremont is not close to you.
No, but
I would pick that shit up if you wanted it.
Yeah.
So in the future, I feel like I don't want to overwhelm
man.
you with shit hats.
No. That's the thing is, I thrive on that.
And I got Captain Philip Restisher a couple of cool vintage bowling
Yeah,
pins.
yeah.
Yeah,
Bowling
it's
stuff.
awesome.
Are those shits out in the garage?
No, they're on the shelf out there.
They're kinda
with the
cool,
trophy.
right?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
they're real cool.
I'm
I
not
like
get,
it.
I'm, and
I
I'm
like
not
it.
going to get Scott anything going forward.
No, he got me a sticker a long time ago.
Man, enjoy your sticker.
It's a karaoke biggie.
No, it's a South Side or Die.
That's the one he gave me.
That Cubs sticker.
Chris Tuckley on Facebook says Couchpods 2019 be like, where's your tool? And it was a YouTube.
God damn it.
It was a YouTube.
Go ahead.
I'll wait.
He's gonna kick your ass.
done. Go ahead.
It's about a 29-second YouTube video of these two British guys arguing and fighting, and one of them says, he keeps saying, "Give me your tool. Give me back my tool."
This is when you were relentlessly berating me for
Sure,
enjoying
but
the band
now I
Tool.
don't care.
Oh.
What do you think the British guys were doing when they were
that.
fighting over the tool? They were like, is that cock
Well,
meat?
and then he ends up beating the guy with it.
What? A dick or an actual tool?
Oh, it was a tool.
The album Lateralis
Did he beat him with undertow?
and Enema.
I know the piece of shit.
I don't think that's right.
And Dee Dee on Facebook
Nice.
on today. On the Blood Ties post.
Oh, with vampires.
She posts a picture of
Call them vampires.
a old black lady or old two old ladies in black and white, and one has one of the ear tubes, and it says, "This is how I hear." Wait, this is how I have to hear after listening to Jason scream.
I love. Should I scream right now?
Oh wow! You know what? Hey, get ready for last week's episode.
Yeah. So yeah.
Did I scream on that one? I don't remember anything.
Very much so.
Did I? Uh-oh. Sorry, Dee Dee.
Right at the end too.
So let me get a. We'll do.
Oh, we were both yelling at Szymanski, right? That's right. Because he wouldn't give his score or something. Was that it? I hate that guy.
And so you want to do? We have 3 voicemails.
Holy cow!
Let's do one.
Let's just do the one.
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do one.
We're not gonna, or we have to do the other one. So we have to do 2 of the 3, but they're not the same 2.
Okay, whatever.
All right, let's see if this works. I haven't used this in a long time.
We thought the hotline was broken.
It's brilliant now.
I'm so glad it's
I
not.
thought it was blinging. You can't. What is going on with this fucking thing?
Uh-oh.
Fucking thing sucks.
It's the curse of karaoke Big E.
If you want to call into the show and you want to hear what your stupid
Hold on.
Do you want me to
I
say
got
the
it.
number?
No, I got it. Just
I'll say the
everybody
number.
calm
It's
down.
910 Pilots 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Shut up.
Hey, this is the bag boy. Since Jason's dumb hot sister is useless, the Tootsie Pop thing was actually not true. Some stores would honor the rappers and give you a free sucker if you took them in. I don't think they do that anymore, but that should clear up that misinformation. Also, if somebody could let me out of my office/closet, the door apparently locks from the outside and I am trapped in here, so send help.
And unfortunately,
That was like a week ago. He's dead.
he requested help on April 3rd. It's now. It's now. It's May 3rd.
He's
May
dead.
13th. So
it's not even worth. Something does smell coming from that direction.
Seems I'm not the only one who thinks that of your sister.
Well, I mean, you don't say your dumb fucking hot sister and then ask that very same person for help, right? Like, I don't feel bad about his rotting corpse in there now.
Is he a top tier Couch Pilot's guest? Is he a top 3?
He's only been on once,
but
and
he got
1.5.
1.5, and he got a job.
He got a-
with us.
yeah.
So yeah,
He's a top tier guest.
he's got to
They
be.
fired me after him.
Well, yeah.
All right, I got one more, and then we'll go on. With
Hold
the
on
show.
a
All
second.
right, let me preface this by saying this is me, and
I already had the answer.
I had a very the environment I was in while I was calling was very hectic. So it's kind of scattered.
It's getting kind of hectic.
It was a good drinking game
Let me say this quick too.
in this episode.
That was Lucas. I don't think we said his name. That was Lucas.
Yeah, it was Bag Boy, not Baggage Boy, because he took over for Baggage Boy because Baggage Boy got fired because he was watching porn
Too
on
much
company
porn, yeah.
time.
Too much
pornography.
Yeah, he was looking. Yeah, he was a child prognosticator, looking at porno on our Wi-Fi, which is no good. That's how you get a virus.
Yeah.
But also,
physically too.
yeah. But also, he's making fun of my sister, I think, a little bit. And I think he is wrong. I went to the Tootsie Roll website, and they said the Indian Star thing is
shit.
not a thing, but maybe individual establishments would recognize those rappers as some form of currency, but the business as a whole does not. So I think it's kind of an individual up and think.
I think it probably was, and then when to be PC, they quit doing it, and they said that it's not a thing.
But they weren't as rare as what I think that they were trying. That was kind of like the rumor to make that seem like those were rare.
I think you're right.
That was 5 years ago.
Good Lord, look at that boy.
Yeah, I'm like a skinny man.
I get. You know what? With Steph, I get it
you
now.
get it finally?
I get it now.
I see why. Yep, I get it.
All right, let's hear your dumb fucking voice.
Bad.
Hello, captains. This is fellow aviator, I guess you could call me. I've flown the plane in the past, is basically what I'm trying to say. This is Kevmo Slice, your
It's
boy,
me.
and Ian's here with me. You want to say something?
He doesn't. Spoiler
don't.
alert.
I announced the birth of that, or the conception of that child on this very podcast. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I infiltrated the system, and I actually got the files ahead of time, and I listened to last week's episode before anybody else could. And it was Biermansky. It was a great episode, and I will tell you why it was a great episode. There was plenty of screaming.
I told you.
I loved the screaming. It was my favorite part, and Jason, you know that I love it. But basically what I wanted to say was Hot Blake is his nickname. Well, I am with you gentlemen right now, I believe, and
Yes, I am.
I was really hoping, no joke, before I listened to the podcast, I was going to propose my wife's nickname be Hot Steph.
I have it in my notes.
So that kind of really ruined it
Before
for me.
I listened to
So
his-
guys, let's come up with a new nickname for Steph. There's all these nicknames. You got, let's go back to Intern Heather, Mute Jacob, something with a name in front of it. Big E, you know, the Black Captain, the Podcasting God. All of these people have nicknames. I'm kept most like, we need a nickname for Stephanie Clark. I recommend Hot Steph, but you already used that with fucking Biermansky, who has a nickname already. Anyways,
I was going to say fuck
Love
that
you,
guy,
bye.
but then I didn't. And I just said bye. Cause
I already have it. We don't even need to discuss it. We can move on right after I say this.
You have a nickname?
Blake was calling me.
I was going to say like the Tolerator, but go ahead.
Triple S.
Triple S, Stephanie.
Smoke Show Stephanie.
Smoke Show
wow.
Stephanie.
That way, Scott can call her Smoke Show all the time and not get in trouble.
Smoke Show Stephanie. We got it.
Triple
And
S.
now, on this day of May, going forward, Stephanie will be known as Triple S. So says it
God.
all.
All right, I need my sound effects back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You can wait. I'm only one man. I'm trying to do real sound effects like they do like they did at Disney back when it started because I watched a Disney documentary.
You're a true Foleyman.
You want to hear everything that I
So,
watched?
did you see that? That was cool.
While you're doing
That
that,
was
do
awesome.
you want to hear everything that I watched?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, on the Hamst.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
On the Netflix. I'm gonna tell you everything I watched in one day, very very quickly. Here we go.
Yeah.
I think this is still muted.
No, it's not muted.
Yeah.
It was very
just
low.
quiet, Yeah.
I watched I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robbins.
Did you watch the
show
whole
ever?
thing?
I watched the whole thing.
So good.
I
You
watched
see that? All Garfield.
I watched Special. The whole season of Special.
That's Michael Rappaport's in that, right? Or no?
It's about the gay guy with CP.
Never mind.
I'm not Rappaport. What day is this? In what context did you watch all
Saturday.
this?
Saturday.
You just did nothing?
I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
My brother got bored and left.
I was supposed to let you know that I was going to, but
Yeah,
and
you
I
were.
screwed. I'm sorry.
It's no big deal.
I
I got over it.
apologize.
I got over it. I figured you got in trouble or something. It was no big deal.
Kind of did.
Yeah. For inviting me somewhere, probably. I watched Bonding, which is another series
That looked good.
about a
Sadomasochism.
an S&M mistress lady with a gay partner or helper.
Sure.
I watched the Valentine's Day special of Big Mouth because I hadn't seen it.
That's a
Oh,
good
I
one.
hadn't seen that yet
Those are good.
either.
I watched Walt, the man behind the myth. I watched The Battered Bastards of Baseball, which
Good
if you are
That's
a
good.
baseball fan and you like Kurt Russell and Bing Russell.
Oh, I have watched that. That's great.
I watched Jersey Boys. I also watched that stupid ass documentary on that black blues guy that nobody was always saying. Everybody there was only two pictures.
Blind
of.
Willy Nilly?
Yeah, I thought it was Blind Willy Nilly. That's why I was watching it.
Dumbass black blues guy.
Robert Johnson, Crossroads guy.
Well, Robert Johnson or
Good.
Robert Johnston?
Robert Johnson.
Okay.
What's the stin?
Some other guy.
He beat Ralph Macchio at the end of that movie.
Yeah, but so I watched all that.
Johnson.
I watched
That's
all
an
that.
incredible amount of things
That
to
was
have
a lot.
been seen by
And then
you.
Molly said Sunday. She goes when she texted me when they were on their way home from St. Louis. She goes, "Did you get your pilots watched yesterday?" I said, "No." She goes, "You had a whole day in front of the TV and you didn't watch your pilots." I said, "No, I was watching good television."
Yeah. Of
We
course.
started watching, getting back to Breaking Bad.
Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captains have turned on the
You need to turn that up over there. I don't know what happened.
I've been going through Breaking Bad too, actually.
Yeah, go all the way to like 75% on there, right? And then you turn it down on that.
Where are you on Breaking Bad right now, Scott?
Season season 2, episode maybe 8. I don't know how many's in the season.
I don't know.
I'm not at the end of the season yet.
I'm at season 4, like episode 3 or 4. I've seen it before.
See, but the problem was my dumbass would sit there and turn on A&E and just start fucking kind of watching random episodes of Breaking Bad, and then I go back in to finish watching the series where I thought I stopped watching. I'm like, I'm like telling her this all happened in the past, and I'm like, no, it's happening fucking now because my dumbass watched it out of order.
I've never seen any of them, so
it's pretty good.
Do what I do.
Pretty good.
I'm making split top wheat and white. We're talking about baking bread.
Mm-hmm.
No. Breaking Bad, the AMC original, starring Bryan Cranston.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Malcolm in the Middle. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. Apology accepted. Let's get your wife on the phone real quick.
No.
Oh no. I'm sorry. let's please get your wife on the phone.
No, call Stephanie.
No, I want to talk to her. I want to tell her about our new rule about being respectful towards women.
Please no.
Oh yeah.
No. She will crucify me.
Okay. You know what? No one's
Where
ever.
things are going, they're gonna crucify me.
You know, this is really cute in the first 60 episodes, but now when you're sitting up in your room, up in your living room, and you think they're going to hear a full song, but no, it's just one line.
Just one line.
Who sit there and starts to sing 1 or 2 lines from a song during their podcast? That's dumb.
It's very good.
All of us.
You do it like 3 times an episode for this show.
I know.
Hey, I would.
That was the joke.
You know, Jason, I would call her if the wounds weren't so fresh.
You know what? You know what, Scott? That's fine.
There's still green pus on
Yes,
his cut.
the wounds are still fresh.
I'm not interested in any of that. This is my promise to you, young Scott. No one's ever denied me a phone number, so I'm going to make it my mission to get her phone number.
No,
that's all right.
I do almost have her talked into doing couch
I am
pilots.
going. Oh, she's going to do it. All right. And I'm going to call her as soon as I get her number. I'm going to call her very regularly on the show. So you can surrender it now and save yourself some pain.
Call.
No, okay,
Call,
all right. Then
call.
you are fucking your. It's like getting a handful of dry sand and putting up your own butthole. All right, go for it.
Call Steph at the end because she did watch this.
We might. I don't know.
Is Adam going to call in? Because he said he was.
I don't want to fucking talk to Adam.
You want to talk to my wife?
Yes, you're here. We want to talk. What else? Who else would we call?
All right,
we're gonna do it.
we'll try.
We're
Okay.
doing it.
There you go.
Otherwise, you can call my mom.
I'm not talking to your fucking mom. Jesus.
Don't bring up anything about.
Hey, don't
Ladies.
talk about anything. Just say hello and goodbye.
Nothing about the ladies.
Nothing
Okay,
about
that's
ladies.
fine. I'll leave that out. But I'm gonna get her to be on the show. I'll need your phone when it starts ringing, please. Here, I'll take it. Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't say Blake couldn't say anything. So.
It is true. I made a promise, and I'm good to my word.
Hello?
Christy, this is Jason on your husband's phone. How are you?
Yeah, where's my husband?
He's sitting right next to me. He's fine. This is not an emergency call. If you were to assume that he's having,
the shit out of me.
I was gonna say it's
Oh my God.
no, you're right. Like it's very likely that he's in cardiac arrest, but it's not the case right now. He's right next to me. You were at Beer Fest the other night, and I was there. Did you have a great time?
Yeah,
What anniversary is this for you?
22nd.
Unreal. Happy anniversary. I'm really proud of you guys.
So old I am.
Thank you.
What was
You
your
have me on the air.
absolutely?
Oh my God.
Oh, so yeah. So literally 12 to 13 people listen to this program. Are you gonna come on Couch Pilot sometime?
Sure, if you'll have me.
I was gonna say you're on your husband's dumb fucking show. You can at least be on ours. What was your favorite beer at Beer Fest?
I know it was called. I think it was called Flamingo. It was pink.
Oh yeah, Scott
It was
mentioned that. He
really-
said it was really good. That's from. You said it's from left
Left
hand.
hand.
Yeah, left hand. Okay. All right. Can I tell her
Yes,
about the new
that was
policy
my
on the
favorite.
show or not?
No.
No.
What
Okay.
new policy?
About respect or not?
Respect.
Okay. We have a new policy on this show. I don't know if you're aware of it, Christy.
Okay, what's that?
It's called Respect for Women.
Oh, okay.
I'm planning a season. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition or not, but I'd like to have a Couch Pilot Salute to Women season.
19, right?
That's where you come in being on the show.
19 or 20. Would you be on the show in our Salute to Women? Because you're one of our favorite women.
Oh, okay. Sure.
That's great.
That's a hard yes.
That-
if I've
that's-
ever
that-
heard one.
that
That is
That's a
a
commitment.
solid yes.
That's a hard
yes,
sure.
Yes, that's a hard yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, I won't keep you much longer.
Did she say she's going to be our hardest guest?
Hardest yes.
Hardest, yes.
She's your hardest yes.
Seriously scared the shit out of me, though.
No.
It's been so long since a woman yelled yes hard when I did things.
It's still fairly respectful what you're saying.
Oh, well, it hasn't started yet. It hasn't started.
No, it's not started. It's let it hang out till then. What is your concern that your husband's going to have a heart attack?
What I didn't know what to think. I didn't realize. I don't know. It's just when I saw Scott's name and it wasn't Scott, it freaked me out.
Both times that you mentioned Scott having a heart attack, she laughed louder than I've ever heard. She is waiting for the day.
She knows it's coming.
The excitement of not having to put up with his bullshit anymore.
She loves
After
it.
22 years,
That's
she's like,
not
please.
true.
She's
Be
with.
nice.
Hey, babe, can I tell him what you kept asking me when I took you shooting Saturday?
Please turn the gun on yourself, Scott.
No. She kept going. She kept going.
There it is.
She kept going. Are you gonna kill me? I'm like, no.
No, don't touch it on there.
I'm like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. She kept asking me, why are you want to take me shooting? Are you gonna kill me? I'm like, no.
Well, it's a valid thought. I would think that my wife would kill me.
When you have a couple like that and one dies and are
Well, I don't
mysterious.
know. I didn't know if he wanted to kill me for our wedding anniversary or what.
Happy anniversary. I know you want this gift.
I want to put you out of your misery.
When there is a homicide, they usually look at people you know, like a spouse or something. Who's more likely to kill one another? Scott, are you more likely to kill her, or is she more likely to kill you?
She's more likely to
That's
kill me.
absolutely right.
Oh my God.
All right.
You
Well,
guys are crazy.
Christy, I have had the time of my life talking to you.
Well, good. Likewise, fulfilling mutual, Jason.
We are going to schedule you to be on soon. I'm so excited to have you on. We always love to have new guests, especially women, because so often we just have a bunch of fucking cocks on the show, and I want some ladies here. I want some.
I thought
class.
you were going to say, I want some labias on here.
No, that's not respect. I would never say that's not respectful at all. All right, Scott almost had a heart attack giving me the phone because I think he thought I was going to do something awful to you, but I'm very sweet to you. And I said, you know what, Scott, your wife loves me. Of course she wants to talk to me. All right. Well, thank you for answering the phone, Christy. We'll let you go. Have a great night and happy anniversary. I'm happy for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Bye, babe. Love
All
you.
right, I love you. Bye. Okay, that's enough. See, that wasn't bad.
Oh.
She's going to come home. She's going to be ready for you, buddy, if you know what I mean. Today we discussed the pilot episode of Beans of Boston from the year of our Lord, 1979. Great year.
Great year.
Great year.
79. That was a great year. It was a good year for the Roses for somebody, but not for me.
Not for me either.
I was 4 years old.
I was 5 years old.
I was 4 years old.
-2. Negative 11 got y'all beat.
Oh, boy, he's a young man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
Great year.
Great year indeed. And so much so that we have to go back there
In our minds.
We have to think about things that happen in 1979.
I know one thing that happened in 1979.
Please.
The
Smashing Pumpkins. Oh.
The Portland Mustangs
Oh, is that
lost their independent baseball team,
Mavericks.
the Maverick. Oh, was it? Did I say Mustangs?
Yeah, you said Mavericks.
Mustangs, yeah. Owned by Bing Russell.
Yeah. Not Crosby. Russell.
It was an independent baseball team,
Yeah.
so they weren't associated with
Nope. No farm system.
no farm system.
It was really
You know
cool.
that- you know-
you got to watch the documentary.
You know, that's where Ricky Henderson ended his career in an independent
Independently?
league. Yep.
So he's like the Undertaker. Just
He
didn't
could.
wanna
He did not.
retire?
He did not want to give up his baseball career.
No, he did not want to give up his cocaine habit.
Hey, that's what I'm
Ricky-
talking about.
Ricky Henderson-
Daryl Strawberry.
Dwight Gooden, Keith Hernandez, Gary Carter, everybody there, 85
Yeah.
cents.
Fine Louisa.
He's still. You know, I don't think anybody's ever broke his stolen base
Cocaine record.
His coke. That's why he ran so fast. He was on cocaine. Nobody's gonna beat that because they don't play that kind of baseball anymore.
Right.
Why do you think he played for so many teams? He was just the mule.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, we don't talk about black
Smashing
people like
Pumpkins
that.
happened in 1979, didn't it? Did it not?
That was a song. Did it come out that year? I feel like it didn't.
The Smashing Pumpkins
Hello.
happened in 1979.
All right. God damn, I'm ready to scream. 1979, a few things did happen. What's that?
You primed and ready, baby.
I'm fucking ready to scream.
I think we need a sign-off sheet for scheduling of this studio. This wouldn't have happened if we would have had a sign-off sheet.
Would you rather just
in
be you
front of
and
the door.
me?
We double booked, but it's okay though.
It is okay.
Oh, I love my friends.
We're not in 1979 right now. We're literally 400 years from that. So we have to go back there and think about things that
In
happened.
our mind.
No, we already did that. We already did that.
part.
It's all right. Thank you, though. What happened in that year so we can properly digest beans of boss time?
Right, because in 1979,
Shut the fuck up.
in 1979, we did not have Band-Aids.
Band-Aid. I was going to say that.
We didn't have Courtney Cox.
No Courtney Cox.
We did not have influenza even.
No.
Was that not
God,
around
no,
then?
No, it was not. And then we did not have watermelon.
That's true.
You know, and people take that for granted. In 1979, those people didn't have watermelon.
They didn't have it. Oh, my God.
You know, what are they? No,
about
I know. I didn't say that.
Peas and carrots?
And here's my thing: is people go on picnics now. They
Yeah,
have
yeah.
watermelon.
Yeah.
and they take it for granted.
Yeah.
Ants.
Yeah.
Ants back then they couldn't carry a whole slice of watermelon away from the
Because
picnic
they
site.
didn't exist.
Thank you.
Because they didn't exist.
Are you saying ants and watermelon didn't exist?
No, ants exist.
No, ants existed.
Don't
but
be a
they,
fucking retard.
But they couldn't.
Still
They
2019.
couldn't move. They couldn't move the watermelon like they do on TV because
right.
there wasn't any to move.
What do you think ants could do if they were human size?
March, just like Dave Matthews once and only once said.
Do you think?
What song was I doing?
Did you think
he
they?
wakes up in the morning.
Do you think human-sized ants could carry a mountain?
I do think that, Scott.
Me too.
I do think exactly what you said could happen.
You know what?
What else happened in 1979?
Well, I'm
Jason?
glad that you asked. May 8th, The Cure released their debut album, Three Imaginary Boys,
In
containing
79?
the single Boys Don't Cry.
They don't.
He's in the news.
Who?
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith.
Have you seen him, by
he's
the way,
hor-
lately?
He looks like a 80-year-old goth man.
They just got
yeah, the
inducted,
Rock and
right?
Roll Hall of
Did
Fame.
they?
But he, some
I love
publication or something was like,
stuff.
"Oh, The Cure is like good" or something. He's like, "I don't fucking care what anybody has to
Right.
say about me."
Right.
And he's like,
asshole.
"Yeah, he's just being such a dick in this whole thing." I don't know. He looks like a cartoon character, honestly. Now,
I
because
haven't
he's
seen
a
him
big,
recently.
He's a big fat man.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that meme with
Got the same hair.
Robert Smith?
No, I haven't.
It says, it looks like he's in a back lot of like an LA movie studio in one of those golf carts, you know? And it's just him sitting looking like he does, kind of forlorn. And the meme says something about like, jump on in, let's go for a cry.
Yeah.
I saw that on a pillow recently in Chicago. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
You heard of the band The Smiths?
Absolutely.
Him and
Morrissey?
him and Morrissey had a feud.
Who could cry the most?
No, they were just like didn't like each other, like period.
Because they're the exact same person.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God, he looks awful.
They didn't know who could out emo each other. You know.
Oh boy, Robert Smith. Put on that, what's that called? That cake makeup? That white pasty
Cake up.
cake up. Thank you.
It's Friday,
Like what
and
you put in your Keurig.
it's Friday, and he's in love.
That one's the worst one.
Oh my God, he
Yeah.
looks like a. He looks like he should.
cartoon
he's like,
character.
He's like a lady
Played,
that should be on The View.
He looks like Snidely Whiplash had a hard day.
He played guitar for some other band.
That's the Muttley, right?
Sorry,
yeah,
yeah.
that was good information I had right there.
A guitar for another band?
Before, like another band that was.
How many times do I have to call you
I
retarded?
don't know.
on
Just
this
call me
shit?
retarded. I listened to too much rock candy.
May 17th.
Oh, okay.
Phillies beat Cubs 23-22 on 50 hits
Holy
with 11
fuck.
home runs.
That's a
Was that in
Chicago.
Wrigley Field, and it was when Mike Schmidt hit like 3 or 4 of those home
That's
runs.
fucking crazy, right? 23-22.
Well, it was
that's
the
a
Cubs.
football game.
It was the Cubs. What do you expect?
Was John Kruk on the Phillies back then, too?
No, it was before John Kruk.
John Kruk's great, man.
No, it was Mike Schmidt.
This was before Lee Smith. Even,
Welcome to
right?
Baseball Tonight.
Lee Smith didn't even pitch in the 70s. It was in the 80s. Lee Smith was an 80s closer, wasn't
I
he?
know him.
Do you? Can't do it.
May
One of my
19th.
friend's uncles.
May 19th, In the Navy by the Village People.
In
Hits
the
number 3.
Navy.
Hell yeah. What were you going to say about that?
That
That's it. That's my whole thing.
That whole
Okay.
group like Seaman.
Blake, were you ever a Village People fan, Seaman?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Young man.
Dude's checked out. What do you got here? Oh, he's passing notes. Is this something you care to read aloud to the class? No? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Something that bad?
That's good. It's okay, guys.
Don't. Is it calling Scott retarded for a third time? Oh, I can't see it? Oh, man.
I'll pass it, yeah. You got another fact you want to read
what's
about
this
1979? It was a penis drawing.
And it had pubic hairs on it.
No.
And it was engorged.
It was a giant penis-shaped balloon with confetti coming out of the top.
You
of
wish. Kevin, you're a DJ. Do you play in the Navy at all?
Now that you bring it up, I want to. I want to play the version by Aqua, though.
Aqua's got a version? The same people that sang
Barbie Girl?
Yeah.
In the Navy. Because, I'm a Barbie girl. Like, it's so fucked up. Like, the way... But then the guy that's like, come on, Barbie, let's go party.
The bald guy?
It's that guy going, in the Navy. It's so bad, and I love it, though. I want to play it now.
We probably should.
Yeah.
I have half a mind for you guys to sing a song. What do you play YMCA? Is that still a staple or not?
No,
thank God.
I have not.
Gotta phase that shit out.
It kind of went the way of the stroking song that we did a couple weeks ago.
Macarena. I do Macarena. The version where it's like the gun. Not like the straight up like the. Yeah, I made the mistake of playing just like the very low key like bongos version.
Do people come out and do it?
People were like,
"Let's." We don't know this.
All right. I'm like, this is Los Del Rio, the original.
Do you So you play that? Do people come out on the floor and do it?
Yeah.
Do you go out there and kind of like, because it's been 20 years?
It's been.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you go out there and like kind of remind them how to do the dance?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so awesome. The life of a DJ. The life of a DJ.
I had one the other night, Saturday.
Right.
I knew literally 0 people there.
What's the percentage of action you get being a DJ at a wedding?
Action.
Yeah.
When I say action, I'm not saying necessarily physically, penetrating anybody. But
intimacy?
like, how often do you get flirted with because you're the DJ?
By
Gosh.
drunk. It's mainly by drunk.
Yeah,
moms.
by drunk moms. Yeah,
Which is the best,
I know.
right?
Oh, it's awesome. I love that.
I wish my mom was a drunk.
My name
mom.
is Jason, and I don't like that. Go ahead, Kevin.
I get flirted with probably once a gig. Saying that now,
Stephanie, take off your headphones.
Boosts my self-confidence because I don't realize it when it's happening, but then afterwards I'm like, God, that broad would not back off.
My wife says all the time, I don't realize it when it's happening. Then I have to clean up.
Yikes.
Do you guys ever feel bad when the girl gets up to clean up and by the time she gets back, you're asleep?
No.
Me neither.
I can't relate to that.
To me, it's actually part of the enjoyment of finishing.
What else?
Coitus is like a coffee or an energy drink to me. It wakes me up rather than makes me.
Wake
fall
me
asleep.
up
It's very weird.
before you come.
You got any more facts about
No. Why did we choose to watch this, Scott?
3 simple criteria.
Simple.
Free. Mm-hmm. It's available.
All right.
And what the fuck? I listen to the show every weekend. I'm drawing a blank spot.
Good Lord. You're going to make me call
And
you
it's a
retarded
failed
again.
pilot. It only had one show.
Uh-huh.
It did not. If it aired or did not air, did not matter. But it only had one show.
You talk too much. That's you got it, man. You don't have to draw it out. You got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Give me Oscar.
Talk too much.
Give me Oscar.
Where is that?
It's
here
down
it is.
there.
You talk too much.
Oh, Scott, we love you.
I'm beginning to wonder.
No.
No.
Wait till you hear this week's
Uh-oh. You got to take a poop on me?
karaoke biggie at the end.
Uh-oh.
I tell Kevin to take off his headphones.
Oh yeah.
And I have
And then he calls Steph a smoke show.
no. Then I have a intimate conversation with Jason.
Oh.
Wow, I'm actually excited to listen to your show for once. So you can find the entire episode of Beans of Boston by subscribing to Couch Pilots on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app of choice, and then simply click on one of our buttons. Go to YouTube. Kevin, you know what to do, Tube. I wasn't ready.
What is this? What is this, karaoke Big E?
God damn, I felt like I was doing karaoke.
You didn't hit your mark.
We just brought you guys on here to shit on your show.
I love shitting on.
I shit on my own show on the show. What did I put in our group text message? I was like, piss poor performance, whatever you.
Yeah, you were just like our
preparation prevents a piss poor performance.
That's what I put. Maybe we need
proper preparation prevents a piss poor performance.
Maybe we should live by that, Kevin.
I listen to every episode of karaoke.
This would be the karaoke Big E version of it. Any preparation will prevent a piss poor performance.
Correct, yeah.
Summary of the pilot. To keep from being fired by his father, Franklin Bean has a bright idea for a theme week for the men's and ladies' wear department of Beans of Boston department store.
I got a problem with that. I got a problem with it right off the bat.
All right, let's start with you then, wise guy.
It's not his dad, it's his uncle. Thank you. You go ahead and...
That's
his
part
uncle.
of it. That's true.
It is uncle.
The summary is not accurate. Kevin, you got anything?
Not at all.
I give that a summary.
I give that an F-.
And Captain Philip Rescher, let's get your grade.
It was an A, except for the fact that they got dad and uncle wrong, so I'm giving it a B.
I feel like the person who wrote that summary didn't even watch it.
No, they did not.
Well, they did, but they were high or something. And
They're probably
well, but also
getting high.
But also, the person who wrote that summary does not have to take notes like we fucking do. So that's why they got it wrong.
It's true.
You blew Yomi Coke?
No, we drank at the same time, so I jinxed it.
So he jinxed me, which means I'll die soon. Right?
I will not chime in on the IMDb score because I went there and that's where I saw that summary.
I looked it up too.
So it's like
I didn't look it up. Can I guess?
Spoiler
Fuck
alert.
that.
Wait, it's not until later.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
You know what? I'll host the show.
Hey, you know what? I was going to ask you, Blake. I listened, like I said, Advance that Fast Eddie's. You got that. Do you know if you bought that or not?
My wife told me I bought this. That's why I brought it down tonight, because I wanted to show you guys that I bought this that I didn't know.
We're talking about a koozie in which one of your Miller Lite tall boys rests within.
Fast Eddie's.
Alton. Right?
Alton, Illinois.
That's hilarious.
It's on 1530 East 4th. Guess what? Did not know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting facts.
Hold on a second.
Oh, this is like, ladies and gentlemen, please prepare for interesting facts. Ladies and gentlemen,
and that's a fact, Jack.
Interesting Facts is a segment of the fucking show where Jason is going to tell you some fucking things about this pilot that you didn't fucking know. Shut your fucking mouth. Don't talk to anybody else about him. Get your shit together and understand it's not your job to taint somebody else's fucking experience. So just fucking listen. Just don't do it, guys.
And he said taint.
Original release May 5th, 1979. Shut up on CBS at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Nice.
Fact. Beans of Boston is a pilot episode for a proposed American adaptation of the British sitcom Are You Being Served?
Fact. Don't know anything about that.
Thank you. Are You Being Served was a British sitcom created and written by executive producer David Croft and Jeremy Lloyd. Set in London, the show follows the misadventures and mishaps of the staff of the retail ladies and gentlemen's clothing departments in the flagship department store of a fictional chain called Grace Brothers.
Fact.
It was written by the original writers of the British series and starred John Hillerman.
That is indeed a fact.
Oh, thank you. The final fact for this evening: John Hillerman, who you may know as Higgins from Magnum P.I., was asked to read the part of Mr. Peacock when he failed.
I want to see your peacock, your peacock,
I want a Mr. Peacock.
He was okay. So he failed to show up for the reading, and co-creator Jeremy Lloyd read the lines instead. He was immediately offered the role. Lloyd appeared to consider taking it, but co-creator David Croft urged him not to, citing Lloyd's writing commitments in the UK. So producer Gary Marshall offered Lloyd a part on his current.
Please call me Gary.
He offered Lloyd a part on his current series, Happy Days, instead, which he
denied.
Which he denied it. He denied. How did you know that fact?
Huh?
Fact. How did you know that fact?
He knows.
I know a lot of facts. I know a lot about facts.
Fact.
All right.
Please call me, Gary.
Mr. Peacock was on Knight Rider, I think.
He might have been the voice
Yes.
of the Knight Rider.
No, he was.
Hold on,
I did read it.
You ended a fact with I think.
No, because I was.
So fact.
No, it was fact. He was the voice of Kit.
There you go.
Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. I think Jason didn't get any Twitter responses.
Well, you hope correctly. I did not. Let's hear from our sponsor, whatchamacallit.
It's not Graham Crackos.
What's its face? Whatchamacallit? Whatever it is, whatever it was. Chocolatey chocolate. Whatchamacallit? How's it go? Wow's and do. Chewy caramel. Whatchamacallit? Doohickeys. You know what I mean. Peanutty crispies. Chocolatey crunchy. Too bad. Skidamaring. More than a mouthful. It's
More than a mouthful.
whatchamacallit?
No.
My favorite candy bar when I was a kid.
I love that
I
commercial.
love.
I
fucking
love that.
whatchamacallits.
Did you guys hear that commercial?
Oh, yeah, it was very sexual.
How fucking rad was that?
Yeah.
I have half a mind to play it again.
I have half a mind to go buy me a whatchamacallit when I leave here.
I'm not familiar with
It's
the
great.
candy or the song.
I used to go to Washington Park Pool, and upstairs was where the concessions were, and I would get a
Yes.
frozen whatchamacallit at the
Oh,
pool.
dude, the pools always had the frozen candy was the best. I had frozen Charleston Chews at the one
Yeah.
by my house.
Talk about a toothbreaker.
Oh yeah,
Listen to that. Doesn't that sound like the sound of the time?
Oh
it
yeah.
sounds like Culture Club or Tom Tom Club. What?
Both are
Toto?
both are things.
Yeah.
Tom Club is.
And Culture Club.
Thank you to Whatchamacallit by Hershey's. I still don't know exactly what it is called, but I will eat it every time. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and get my phone back out, and we will set the timer for 10 minutes. And
Just
You know what?
whip this
Hold on.
out.
Time out.
You can
time,
put it
time
on
out.
the board.
time out. What's up?
I call time out. I'm just waiting for everybody to pay attention.
Time in.
Okay.
Look at the coach when he calls time out.
All right. Well, we're going to set the clock for 10
No,
minutes.
time out.
Okay. I was going to set up and have you time in, but go ahead.
I think we should do 15 minutes because there's 4 people and we all like to talk, and so we won't get through very much of anything if we just do 10 minutes. I don't
have any notes.
I'm
I don't have any notes.
I'm abridging the rule, and let's just say 15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes? Okay, I was going to say if they had...
You're welcome, fans.
Thank you. You can put it on the board.
Yes.
Yes.
All right,
Be gone.
since you dummies don't have any notes, I'll start with
I
Captain
do. I
Philip
don't have
Restisher.
many.
All right, so this is dum 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 CBS dun 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 CBS special presentation, and right off the bat, the theme song starts, and in the background is like old drawings of old Boston,
Downtown Boston.
And
How did you see that?
What do you mean? How did I see it?
'Cause the video
you couldn't just wait. You couldn't just wait 2 minutes. You couldn't wait 2 minutes to get into it. You had to no. You've been waiting for 1 hour and 52 minutes to do this. Go ahead. There's drawings of old Boston.
How did you see it?
I watched it on my phone.
Well, the quality of the video was so bad I couldn't even make out faces.
Welcome to Pilots that we watch on Couch Pilots. The theme song, I really like this. This is a good idea about a theme song. The theme song is all, there's no chorus. It's all just the lyrics.
It's the setup for the show, right?
It tells the backstory.
Yeah.
That's all it is. There's no chorus. There's no hook line. It's just, I got an old time store.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot of money for a long time. And then the years went by. And now there's not as much money because all the competition that we have. Now, this is back when it was a department store. Every level.
Can't believe you wrote down all the lyrics and had them. Wow, that's awesome.
It's called dedication to your craft.
I would know nothing about it.
You should take some notes. Dedication to your craft.
Nothing about it.
Then right after the theme song, boom! I didn't know this. A KFC commercial started. There was no cut or nothing. I thought it was part of the show.
Part of the show. I was like, oh, a black guy talking about KFC racism.
I love vintage commercials.
Oh, so do I. They were these commercials were awesome in the beginning.
The Colonel was even on it.
Yeah.
And you also had an Avon commercial as well.
Yeah, and it was all for like a sale on like nail polish.
Yeah,
it was
what
like
the fuck?
35 cents, but everybody in there awkwardly showed their nails. Like ballerinas like pulled their foot up, and then like spread their fingernails.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Foot up.
Well, the show starts off in an office. You got old man Tom Poston. I don't know if you guys recognize him. He was a character actor through the 90s.
I do recognize him, but I don't remember what he was in.
I think
I even looked up his IMDb, and I still.
This is my guess. I was never a fan of Home Improvement, but I feel like he was on Home Improvement intermittently. I can't.
I did not look up. Like I said, I looked up a lot of the IMDb on most of these people are dead.
Yeah, he was a character actor that showed up on a lot of sitcoms, but he's definitely a dead guy.
He's definitely
now.
a dead guy.
Anyway,
He died at
he's a horny old man.
He died at 86, 87, somewhere in there.
He plays Uncle Fred, Mr. Fred Bean, and he's in charge of the company. And he says sales are down for ladies and gentlemen clothing, and they're down since his nephew Franklin took over.
Yeah, right. The weird thing about this is that we are back in 1979's mindset. People in today's mindset don't really get the departments. Department store was literally a department store. People from Peoria area would remember something like Montgomery Ward.
I was born in 1990. I know department stores. So.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they weren't like each floor had its own department. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up in Chicago.
Well, that's true. Everything's up. Everything's high
every
and
store
rise. But yes,
did have its own, or every
Uncle Fred Fred Bean there. He's got a new secretary. Her name is Enid. I guess she's
Ingrid.
It's Ingrid.
Ingrid. Was she German?
German, yes.
She's Germish.
Germish.
Spoiler alert.
There's a boob joke there, and
Absolutely.
And it's the last secretary left due to sexual harassment, which is a theme throughout this program.
Very much so.
He's like, Uncle, you did all that? He goes, well, not all at the same time.
Not in one day.
Not in one day.
They're describing all the things he did to the last secretary, sexual in nature. Anyway, Franklin's like, you know what? I know sales are down. I know it's kind of fallen on me, but I've got an idea.
That graph was hilarious. He's like,
here's where you took over.
And now it's somewhere underneath the carpet here.
Yeah. Well, Franklin, I just have a quick note here. I wrote this down after hearing him say one line of dialogue. I said, he's very bad at acting.
Very bad actor.
And you know what? I believe he continued to be very bad at acting after that first line.
His IMDb did not have very many credits to it.
Franklin says, Uncle Fred, I got an idea before you fire me, because that's what basically he was going to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, I got an idea. I can't tell you about it.
Don't want to tell you yet.
But he says, just give me one more day.
Classic not having the idea yet.
Day.
Right? Isn't that what it is?
No, because he clearly had this.
No.
You don't think he had it?
He had to
already
because
cooking up?
stuff got shipped to him.
Yeah, he knew what was going on.
The uncle then says, like our company motto, if first you don't succeed, you're out on your butt. And he says, that reminds me, send in that secretary because of her butt.
Yeah. He goes, I know, I'll send her in.
Yeah.
Can I be the first person to comment on Miss Brahms, please?
As long as you are respectful.
I am. She has an annoying voice and also not great tits.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
She was...
That's it.
Yeah.
The next scene, the floor manager, which is John Hillerman. He's the voice of Kit, and he's also Magnum
Mr. Peacock.
Mm-hmm. Him and the sales girl, the new girl, Miss Brahm, right?
Brahm.
Shirley.
They arrive.
Shirley Brahms. Is
Shirley
Brahms like Brahms'
yes.
lullaby, right? That's how I. Okay.
They arrive at down the elevator at the floor that they work on at the same time, and they meet there for the first time. There's more sex humor. The sexual humor is every other joke.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And the girl is an attractive lady. She's ditzy. And she's like, well, I don't know why they chose me. It's, because you're a blonde bimbo, right?
She takes her coat off and reveals her
bodacious tatas.
Her aforementioned not great tits.
Right.
Like I said.
Then you get enter Mrs. Slocum, which is Charlotte Ray, which you probably know best from.
Take the good, you take the bad. The facts of life.
Oh, the facts
no,
of life.
Both of you are right. She was the
no
maid
way.
or the nanny or whatever on Different Strokes, and then she transitioned to.
Did she?
Yeah, that was her. She wasn't on the whole show, but she transitioned to being like the head mistress or whatever of the school for girls in Facts of Life.
Yep.
Anyway, we're really meeting a lot of characters at this point, and I honestly kind of like it. They're just kind of saying, let's get all this shit out of the way.
Right.
Let's meet everyone up front.
The way that the exposition is happening, it is well written, I'd say.
Well,
character expositions.
You can clearly tell this this show is produced by the producer
Gary Marshall.
Yes, producer of
Call me Gary.
of Mork and Mindy, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley,
other things.
This was his time,
etc.
And you'll notice that characters are introduced this whole time, 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I found that was cool.
On a dime.
Next, I think you have Mr. Lucas and Mr. Humphreys. Mr. Humphreys is a very obvious but unspoken at the time gay guy.
Gay guy, yep.
Who
Flamboyant.
He caught a ride on a motorcycle on the way in, and there's just a lot of like the audience is like, it's okay that he's gay. We get it. They don't have to say it. It's funny.
He was a flamboyant kind of guy in the show Laugh-In.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that. Interesting fact.
It's around this time where I also wrote, after only a few lines of dialogue, that Mr. Peacock delivers his lines the best of anybody in the show.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, John Hill.
Did the old man that he said his name and he woke up?
Yeah, the Mr. Granger.
That motherfucker was born in 1898.
Was he really?
Yes.
Wow. What's up with your research on this program?
And his savant-like brain where he doesn't have to write that shit down.
1898.
When Scott said that, his eyes rolled back in his head, and he just pulled that number out.
He was 90. He was like 97 years old when he died.
No, okay, I was gonna say when he did that, I was like,
no. He was probably
70s?
in his late 70s when he did that show.
So
he died in 1988. I'm pretty sure.
So they get the characters, whatever, and then he's like, oh, the sales are obviously down, and what do you have? Does anybody know what the old guy says? The gay guy's like, oh, my socks are actually moving pretty slow.
My pants have been down.
There's nothing happening in my trousers.
There's
Right?
And then the lady from Facts of Life says my underwear are down.
My underwear are down. Yeah, so funny puns.
It's just laced with sexual innuendo.
Yeah.
Anyway, Franklin's gathering everyone for a meeting. He says, I got a new idea. So much more sexual innuendo as it relates to clothing and sales. Then his new idea is, guess what? All these different stores, all these famous department stores, you got Macy's and the like, they've all got different weeks, themed weeks. We're going to have a German week.
For countries.
Yeah.
He says, though, which is very confusing. I watched the show probably 3 times.
I'm so sorry.
He says, we got to go national.
Yeah.
You mean international?
Not
Brian?
international.
Right, international.
Well, no, because
we got to go national.
And then he brings up he keeps alluding
Saks is doing
Italian week.
Week, and then another store is doing
French week.
Somebody's doing Oriental week.
Yeah, that's why I caught that too. I'm like, this is the time.
Oriental
is a food or a rug.
Yes.
Correct.
Mr. Lucas is the other guy that came in earlier with Mr. Humphreys, the gay fella, and he's kind of into the new girl. He's kind of almost your pervy
Brian
Lothario.
Fantana.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, who's Brian Fantana?
60% of the time it works every time.
Oh,
Anchorman.
okay. Anchorman.
He looks exactly like Brian Fantana.
He said he's giving Franklin. He's like, hey man, she's obviously into you. This is how you got to look at the girl. And it's kind of funny joke because Mr. Lucas and Franklin were looking at each other like that, and then Mr. Humphreys come by. He's like, well, there goes my ride home.
There goes my ride home.
There goes my ride home.
And there's a huge laugh. They're like, oh, it's funny. He gay. And then right after that, he goes, man, that motorcycle really messed up my hair. Oh. And then the phone rings and he goes, menswear. Oh my God, it's so funny because he's gay.
Yeah.
No,
and he's trying to not be gay. It's so funny. So I wrote homosexuality or homophobia is running rampant in America.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
Oh, the way that they portrayed them is like as if a black guy came in and went like, "Oh yes, sir, me do this."
Well, he did when the janitor came in. He's like, "I deserve the respect of blah blah blah. My name's Mr. Robinson."
It's so far back culturally that they are still afraid of the theme that he comes up with, which is the country Germany.
Germany, right.
They are still feeling effects of World War II at that point.
This is late 70s versus early to mid 40s.
That's like when I was born, all growing up and everything, German, I'm like proud to be German. Like my grandpa's German. Like I don't have that stigma at all. It's as if they're like...
This is 40 years ago. Yeah.
This is as if like maybe mid-2000s, 2010, something like that. They do a show and there's like a Muslim guy that's like... And they're like,
which is probably not far from the truth. That probably did exist.
It did exist. Yeah. It's like, oh, you want to do one with like, India?
Yeah, the guy with the fucking puppets still does it today.
Oh, yeah,
Jeff Dunham.
I kill you.
Isn't it a skeleton puppet?
It is a skeleton that blew himself. He's a suicide bomber.
Right.
Jeffifa.
I don't think that there was. I thought this was for the time. This was a pretty positive,
progressive.
A pretty
I agree.
A positive. To me, Mr. Humphreys was one of the best characters on here.
I agree. They
I don't
weren't
think
making fun of
They
him.
weren't making fun of him. They were just showing he was gay the way they did back in 1979.
Very tongue-in-cheek way, though.
Like Charles Nelson Riley on Hollywood Square. It was fun back then.
Birdcage. That was made in what 1991. It's the same thing.
Late 90s. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was progressive for the time. They said we are making a choice to have a gay guy on the show, and they're not shitting on him.
They're not shitting on him, and they wouldn't even have a gay guy on there if they were so homophobe.
That's right.
My argument was that they were shitting on him because he was gay. But
How are they shitting on him?
Because they're like, he changed his voice.
No, nobody said that. You said that.
No, it was implied. That's why they wrote the line.
No, that was part of the joke.
Well, yeah, you're making a joke out of a gay guy. That's what I'm saying.
I think maybe
I am in no way trying to push any kind of agenda here. I'm just saying that's what I saw as a Generation X.
I think a lot of the stuff wouldn't necessarily play today.
Oh no, not
but
at
I think
all.
for the time it was a progressive thing.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm back there in my mind.
As well, you should be. We only got a couple minutes left.
I wasn't. I'm sorry. I wasn't.
So we'll say the new sales girl brings the sales tolls from their first day of the German themed week to Mr. Bean and Franklin, and they are not good.
It was $1,295. She goes.
No, it's $12.
It was $12.95.
Well, it's the end of the next day, and there's another staff meeting. I feel like they're always having staff meetings. Everyone's discouraged, and Miss Brahm is encouraging Mr. Franklin. She keeps kind of feeding him little ideas during his speech. And
they're wearing their German garb at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
The gay guy comes out in the smallest of shorts.
No, sure does. And Mr. Peacock comes into Franklin's office, and he's unhappy with his outfit. He says everyone is dressed very traditionally German. Anyway, Mrs. Slocum then comes out because they're going to have German wine for everyone. And she's fucking ripped.
She's fucking snockered.
Yeah. And Mr. Bean's on his way down, and when he comes down, he's like the German band comes down too. Mr. Bean, the guy being in charge of the whole thing. And then the German band appears to be like a bunch of Mexican guys.
He's like, I've got an authentic German band. You ready, boys? See?
1, 2,
they
3,
are the
4.
true beans of Boston.
Jeez. Talk about being progressive.
The true beaners of Boston.
That's what I'm saying. So before that, though, before he says to the band or whatever, one of my only laughs in this was when Homeboy just fell through a table WWE style.
Mm-hmm. Or the slap fight was kind of funny.
And then the band plays and they all dance and they have fun, and that's pretty much.
Yeah, but what about there's another commercial?
There's another commercial.
Wait, I gotta get the commercial. How would you like to buy a brand new car for $39.95?
I'd like that.
Please remain seated as we are now
Graham
crossing a zone of
Crackos.
A
turbulence.
Mazda GLC.
Oh boy, turbulence. This show didn't work. 1979 CBS special presentation. When it comes on, end of May. There's some red flags there, right? Television program seasons ending for the year.
Yes.
Summertime. People are out doing their thing. Why would they put it there? Because they know it didn't work. It didn't sell. They had to air it. Why didn't this work?
I had no problem with it.
This is probably a very early example of one country taking a look at another show that works and stealing that idea. This probably didn't happen a ton before.
This is The Office before The Office.
That's a great example, sure.
But, to me, I don't know. I mean, it's for the time it fit. There was nothing wrong with it. It was funny. I mean, the lead actor, Franklin, was garbage. Everybody else, I mean, you had bigger names on there. Like, she was from The Facts of Life, and this was clearly.
I don't think The Facts of Life was really a thing then. That was.
I think that was before The Facts. She kind of
right
looked
before.
right in the same.
79, yeah.
Mr. Peacock, he probably had to do something before this.
The Micro Machines man.
I don't think that was him.
The guy with
kind of looked like him.
the old guy, Mr. Frank. He was
Tom Poston.
He'd been around.
I don't know if he was.
The other guy was from Laugh-In, like I said. So that was but that was in the '60s.
Okay.
I don't.
Turbulence. I didn't see much.
I didn't see
Blake,
much either.
Did you have much turbulence?
All right, 1979. Here's what you got on TV.
Never had the time. Cool kids. Come on, go ahead.
1979. This is what you had on TV. Three's Company. which had a gay character.
Knock on my door.
Well, it didn't have a gay character as much as John Ritter wanted to pretend he was
produced
gay.
by Gary Marshall, I'm assuming, because it seems that way.
MASH, Dallas, The Jeffersons, which was the first show to say the N-word on television.
Was it really?
One Day at a Time, Archie Bunker's Place, Eight is
That
Enough,
was the worst.
Taxi, Little House on the Prairie, Happy Days. This is not that out of the realm of those shows.
Absolutely
No, not at all. Yeah,
It's Franklin. Franklin's the fucking problem.
he was the linchpin that got removed, and the trailer flew off into the highway.
I don't know a lot of these actors. Charlotte Rae went on to be bigger, and I think John Hillerman went on to be bigger, but maybe they had careers before that I wasn't aware of. But otherwise than that, it seems like it's a fairly young and inexpensive cast, and it reminds me of The Office in the extent where you go to The Office, and that's the set.
Characters.
A fucking cheap-ass office. This is a floor on a department store. Probably a pretty fucking cheap show to make.
Yeah,
right?
And the character development is very on par with the pilot of The Office, pretty much.
Yeah.
Introduced two at a time. I mean, like you said, they introduced a lot of characters, but
very quickly,
I think we all liked that, though they did it in a good way.
Yeah.
And they were all good I mean, there wasn't really... They were all funny. They were all funny in their own way. The slap fight between Mr. Peacock and What's-Her-Face was hilarious.
Yeah.
The old man, the oldest man, that could have been a gag every fucking week, and I would have laughed.
Yeah,
I would have laughed.
Yeah.
Franklin,
the gay thing, him being gay.
Franklin's the center of the show.
Yeah.
And I think you guys
And
are
he's
right.
the worst center.
I think he was kind of a weak choice to be the cornerstone of this program.
To say the least, yes.
So maybe that's it.
Get rid of him and then just leave Mr. Peacock the way it was going to go anyways. That's what you could have done, just like getting rid of how the cook got magically written off Golden Girls. You know, you magically...
Coco, the gay guy? And
you magically write Franklin off.
But you could have the old guy come in and have these kind of kooky ideas or whatever, but I think having like that inexperienced kind of Dumbo character would be good if he could do his lines.
You can fire Franklin and then bring in another young guy, but it's got to be a young dude that's in charge, I think, for sure.
Ritter.
So that way, Mr. Peacock always has the animosity because he should have been he should have been in charge.
You're always trying to appease the upper guy, and he's around being goofy and coming in with his fondling of his secretary. Maybe get a new secretary every week or something.
Every week, get a new hot babe.
Yeah.
International babe.
Yeah.
Maybe an Oriental.
Do you remember on the Carol Burnett show when Tim Conway and Don Knotts used to do... Tim Conway did that boss character...
I don't remember that.
His
I used to love
his secretary's name is Miss Howiggins.
No, I don't remember that.
Was that Madeline Kahn? Was Madeline Kahn in that one, the redhead?
Is your
Carol
cheek
Burnett.
on the microphone thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm up on it.
Like you're parking your head on it.
All right.
I don't remember that, Blake. I like
he
Carol
had
Burnett,
talking
though.
with this, but he said, Mrs. Howiggins. Because he had a little intercom. He said, Mrs. Howiggins. And he had a toupee and it would flop.
Oh,
It reminded me of that.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position.
We're not breaking new ground here, guys. Other people have seen this piece of shit, all right? And people have commented on it. They've rated it. You guys are honest. Scott, Kevin, you said you've looked on IMDb, you know the score.
Yep. Know the score.
Captain Philip Ressisher, would you like to take a stab at what people from around?
I'm gonna go after these two guys go.
They said they've already looked.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not guessing.
But IMDb.
That's what I was setting up.
Can't do it.
I don't know, 6.2.
Can't do it.
6.2, 6.1
What?
from 22
Job.
ratings.
Depends on what time of the day you looked at it.
7.1.
You guys are just a bunch of fucking cheaters.
I thought it was 7.1.
No, it's
No.
6.1.
Oh,
It's
6.1.
6.2.
God damn, you guys.
Oh, it's changed. So, did one of you guys give it a review?
No,
I feel like it's always been slightly off, and like he's been cheating. So have you been like rating it right before the show so you could be right and I'd be wrong?
I don't have an account.
I don't believe that for a second. Critic reviews. Greg from the archive.co.uk says,
What's up, Greg?
Hey, Greg. It may have been a little naughty, but it was harmless comedy. It was probably on par with something like Three's Company, which Blake mentioned.
Yep.
We were robbed that this pilot did not go to series. We missed out on all of them coming back together years later for a reunion series. It could have been called Beans of Boston again. Or maybe they retire to a pig farm and call it Beans and Bacon or something. All right, I'll get my coat. To me, this is one of Gary Marshall's forgotten masterpieces. Awful review. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Viewer
That was Greg,
reviews.
right?
That was Greg.
Thanks a lot, Greg, for your feedback.
Yeah, that was great, Greg.
Thanks, Greg.
They're writing this just to you, right?
Right. Viewer reviews. Here's just a few quick lines from a handful of different people. Mr. Bean hasn't half the grace as young Mr. Grace, which I believe is a reference to the other program. This was better than the Australian remake. So I know The Office went 4 or 5 different countries and had series, but so I guess it went to Australia too. R.I.P. to Charlotte Rae. Who among us really wants her to rest in peace? Anyone?
What about
I enjoyed
Caroline Ray?
Caroline.
Is that Outcast? Oh God, it's a carbon copy of the original, only worse.
Oh God.
Anatomy of a Seduction. That thing kind of looks that kind of thing looks so commonplace now. Did you guys see that at the end?
Yeah, that was what was the made-for-TV movie that was coming on.
A young man in love with someone his mom's age.
Like a 70-year-old woman.
Right. And
what is it? Vili Falau?
Sure.
And the commercial for the
that's pretty good.
The Johnny Cash special. Did you see who was one of the guests that was on there?
I mean, they said all the names.
A young Martin Mull.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah, Martin Mull from a new show that's out now called The Cool Kids.
Oh yeah, he's great on that.
That's a great show.
That's
and
funny.
then after the ending credits, but next was Take the Hard Ride.
Yep.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get my hands on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FCF Airport. Local time is 11:11 and the temperature is 69 degrees. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captains turn off the fasten seatbelt sign.
And as we wind down the program, we prepare to rate Beans of Boston using the scale put forth from day one. The television program Wings. We look at all the characters and we assign them a number. Number 1 is the worst score you can get, and that's Roy Biggins. Number 7 is the best score you can get, and that is Brian Hackett. So, Kebmo Slice, I turn to you. How do you rate Beans of Boston?
Well, this is going to get a bump. This is actually going to get quite a few bumps.
Quite a few bumps, please.
Well, technically, the show starts at a 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it just gets... it gets 5 bumps. So it's 5.
Well, can you explain the bumps?
Good characters.
Okay.
Not great tits.
That's a plus. Okay.
It's a bump for me.
It's a bump.
Germany. Okay.
Yep.
Gay guy being afraid that he's gay by answering the phone in a lower tone.
He's not being afraid. He just knows the customers won't come. God damn it!
It's
I quit.
It's a bump. It's a bump.
That's it.
But he's not scared of being gay.
I'm trying to think of the last thing. It would be something
You better
that
think of it, or else it's going to be a 4.
that would upset Blake even more.
Can't do it.
And then number 5 is what's the guy's name? Peacock.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
5. All right.
So 5 bumps.
Scott, I turn to you. What do you rate Beans of Boston?
I really did. I enjoyed this. Like I said, it fit right in the same era of the TV that was on, and really no reason why it shouldn't work except for the main character. I'm going to give this a 7.
A perfect score.
I laughed.
Holy
I
crow.
watched this twice and I enjoyed it, even with the poor quality video.
Wow.
I would have. This is something
I don't mind that score.
This is something I would have watched every week
in the 70s.
In the 70s,
In the 80s?
I watched. I don't remember much because I was 4 or 5. But Laverne and Shirley was on every week. Happy Days. The spinoff of Happy Days with Joni Loves Chachi.
Yeah.
All that shit was like Three's Company. That was my TV that I was in front of. That I don't remember, but I know it was on. This would have been right in there with that. I would have been watching the same.
It's like ZZ Top.
Yeah, it would have been on every week.
He's got legs.
I would have seen this. This would have been on. This would have followed. This would have been the third show. It would have been Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, then Beans of Boston.
Beans of Boston.
A perfect score. Unreal. Captain Philip Restashire, I turn to you. How do you rate Beans of Boston?
I would like to first say that if Kevin wasn't such good friends with Jesus, he wouldn't have had a problem with this Mr. Humphreys guy.
No, I'm on the side of homos here.
You go back and listen. Everything you've said is the opposite of what you're trying to say.
Oh, is it really?
It is very much so.
Oh, okay. Whoops.
I love Mr. Humphreys. I loved everything about this show except Franklin. Franklin reminded me of, looks-wise, of a Hanford.
Mike Hanford?
Mike Hanford, the comedian? Okay.
Yeah. I wish it was HD. I would be able to see. New
Right.
Sloppy Boys album this summer.
I'm going to give it a booby bump because anytime boobies are focused on, I wish my finger would have gotten caught
Oh, yeah.
in the lace-up.
We didn't get to that, but yeah.
Yeah.
With the booby bump,
Hold on a second.
I'm giving it a 7.
What? Holy cow.
Holy cow.
High five that shit.
Wow.
Can I
Ooh.
give Steph's score real quick?
Yeah.
She gave it a 4 because she laughed a few times.
Okay, that's fair.
I called her on the way over. I was like, hey, shit, what's your score?
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
2 sevens. That I don't know what to say. I'm going to give it a 5. I enjoyed it. I thought there was funny parts. I didn't think it was negative, perhaps a little bit stereotyped for the gay and the black guy, but it wasn't negative. And it was funny. They were playing to everyone's personality. You introduced a lot of people. You had a nice setting. There's nothing about this show, I agree with Scott, that couldn't work going forward. Franklin was weak. They maybe relied almost too much on the sexual humor, but it was still enjoyable. I wasn't pausing this every few minutes thinking, holy crow, when is this over? This is a 5 for me. It's a 5 for Kevin. It's a 7 for both of you guys. Unreal.
Smoke Show Steph gave it a 4. I forgot to call her Smoke Show Steph.
Do you want me to try to play? This is a
Okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No,
Blake was literally about to do something. Go, hey, I'm going to do something instead.
No, we were both on our phones same time.
You're good, man.
No.
Yes,
You
go
do
ahead. I'm done. You're good. Go ahead.
No. I just wanted to say that the Mrs. Brums was the flight attendant on Airplane. That's all. That's all I had.
Is that it? She was?
Yes. That's it.
I couldn't see her face well enough then because I
I
fucking
know.
love Airplane.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
She was the one that played the that played the guitar and knocked the thing
I
out
don't
of the. You know that one, right?
No. Scott, I'm going to leave this next few minutes open for you.
No. This is part of the show. I've already stepped on too many toes.
Oh, boy. All right, well, go to couchpilotspodcast.com.
What happens when you have all these hosts in one room?
I mean, it's just Blake and I are the hosts of the show. couchpilotspodcast.com. Go there, check out our entire back catalog. You can check out our email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram there if you like. Follow us there. You'll get frequent flyer points.
And when you go there, I use we've talked about this before, but you can use a search engine. You can type in anything.
It's the best.
Today I wanted to find out when our anniversary was, and it's December 2nd. The only way I could find that, I couldn't find that on iTunes because
Can't go far.
Yeah.
you can listen to every single episode on our website. And you can search by month, year, everything. You can search by words.
Pretty cool.
And I saw our first one was December 2nd, 2016.
No.
15.
15, yeah.
We've been doing this a long fucking time.
Yeah, coming on 4 years. Damn near 200
Coming
episodes.
on 4 years is back, am I right?
Come back. Hey.
Wasn't good as my last bit, but we'll take this one.
Call us at 910-PILOTS-1.
Which
What
is
that?
910-745-6871.
Leave us a voicemail. Kevin did. He got some frequent flyer points. So did our baggage boy, who's now a deceased fellow. His name is Lucas. The door locked behind him.
Rip Lucas.
Rip Lucas for sure.
All right.
R-I-P-L-U-C-A-S, no doubt. Go to patreon.com. You can put in Couch Pilots there. And if you want to donate to the show, you will get something in return. We have to keep the lights on here. This is free for you, but it's not free for us. And if you like us enough, then why don't you give us $1 a month? What are you going to do with it? Fucking blow it on a payday candy bar? Come on.
Or sniff it up your nose.
Hell yeah.
Or a
Everybody
whatchamacallit.
Or whatchamacallit.
Ooh, I love those
Coke is
whatchamacallits.
cheap these days.
Kevin, Scott, I don't know.
They know the deal.
No, come on.
Karaoke Big E.
Yeah, promote your shows.
KaraokeBigE.com. You can find us there. We do a show every Tuesday. If you're listening to this, hopefully you're listening to that. Every Tuesday.
Just had a plug. And I can't.
Well, you got a new show you're working on, is that right, Kevin?
Yeah, I just had a plug. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on it.
Because Kevin, sometimes you do Hill versus Face with Blake here.
Sometimes.
And then you do Karaoke Big E very regular. But there is a new program you're working on, is that right?
Yeah, so it's called Excuse Me.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we just kind of go up to people and we take eggs, and this is a little known fact, but if you take an egg and you put it in a sock and you spin it around real quick.
Sure.
Get all the innards all spun up and everything. You can bounce it on the ground. So we go up to people.
Centrifugal force.
Yeah. So we
I
go
had
up
no
to
idea.
people. We go up to people and say like, it's kind of it's an outdoor podcast, which is pretty innovative. There is one other one that I know of.
Okay.
But it's an outdoor in the field, podcast where you go up
It's
to
a baseball
people.
podcast?
Yeah, it's very funny. No, but it's in the field. We don't play the field.
It's a dating podcast?
Funny guy. Yeah. So we just you spin it around in a sock and then you can bounce the egg.
And that's the whole show.
Excuse me.
Oh, you're excused.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So check that out. When and where does that come out?
Comes out TuneIn Radio on Thursdays at 4 p.m.
Oh,
Central.
You have to
Standard
tune in a very specific time
time.
to hear
Yeah,
it.
tune in.
It's a live show.
Yeah, live show. Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm done with this recorded bullshit.
All
Are you kidding me?
right. Fair enough. Captain Philip, rest assured, between your coughing fits, do you have
Those were
a
sneezes, by the way.
Those were
message of...
sneezes?
Those were sneezes.
Those are sneezes.
Sneezes.
I do
Christ.
have.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
I do have a message of positivity.
Please.
I would like to spec a special shout out to Track Bowling Balls and Track Precision.
Oh, yeah.
For my
absolutely.
269
How about
that I
that?
bowled. Greatest game ever.
That's unreal.
I had everything against me. I was using
Let's
my
make a movie about this.
I was using my track ball, which I don't do very well with. I had 5 children under the age of 9 on the lane to my right.
No way.
My right.
Which always drives me crazy. Thank God their father had some sense of being a parent and nipped shit in the bud real quick.
Nice.
And
fucking awesome.
yeah, so
Congratulations.
a little bit of positivity here. Hey, you can fail in tournaments, you can fail in the league, but when you're bowling by yourself, have a good fucking time.
All right.
right.
Well, there you go.
That's
And with Kevin, Scott, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And with that, this pilot may have been rough, but it is always a smooth flight here on Couch Pilots. Thanks, everyone, and we won't say anything.
On behalf of Couch
Oh, yeah, sing the song, boys.
Crew, we'd like to thank you.
Sing the song, boys!
We're looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a nice day.
The Couch and Pilots, there was a good pilot today. We all thought it had legs to be a show.
They watched the Beans of Boston. We all gave it a 7, but 2 of us, and it was good. And we watch it again. Bye.
That was accidental. Let's see. God damn you.
Fakakta Comedy
Hey,
Funhouse Network.
funny joke. Play your failed fucking. Huh?
Muting him.
That's my plug.
Fuck me, right?
Fuck him, right?